Hi there. In this video, we'll be providing you with a tutorial demonstrating how to apply for a director identification number, also known as a director ID. Firstly, let's review some background information regarding director IDs. The federal government has announced that from the 30th of November 2022, it will be compulsory for all company directors to have a director ID number. A director ID number is a 15-digit serial number that is unique to every company director. This serial number acts as an identity identifier and is only valid for individuals that are or plan to be directors of a company. The ID you are provided with by the Australian Business Registry Services will remain with you forever, even if you change companies, stop being a director, change your name, or move overseas. Above all, the overall aim of a director ID is to safeguard your identity from false and fraudulent use. We will now commence the tutorial demonstrating how to apply for a director ID number. In order to apply for a director ID number, you must have a myGov ID. Please note that this is different to having a myGov account. myGov ID lets you prove who you are when using government online services, whereas a myGov account allows you to select and link to certain government online services from the one place. Alongside creating a myGov ID, you will need to provide some additional information that the ATO knows about you when you apply for your director ID. Please have the following items ready: your tax file number, your residential address as held by the ATO, and additional information from 2 documents to verify your identity. Examples of the documents you can use include your bank account details, an ATO notice of assessment, and your super account details. To set up myGovID, you will need to download the myGovID app. Once downloaded, the app will look like this. Once you have downloaded the app on your smartphone, please open it and click Create a myGov ID. Enter your details, including the required amount of identity documents to provide you with a standard identity strength. This is our recommendation, as a basic identity strength will not be strong enough to apply for a director ID. Once you have completed the setup of your myGov ID, log in and follow these steps to apply for a director ID. Now that you have been provided with some background information about the director ID and we have discussed setting up a myGov ID, we have arrived at the final step in the application process. After you have set up your myGov ID and you have provided the 2 documents required to grant you with a standard identity strength, the home screen of your myGov ID app will look like this. At the top of the screen, it will say the level of your identity strength. Your identity strength must be standard or above. Next, we would like you to enter your registered email on the myGovID login page and click Login. You will receive a 4-digit code that will need to be entered on your phone through the myGovID app. Please watch as I receive the login request on my myGovID app and enter the code displayed above. Once you have entered the code on your myGovID app, the first step will require you to verify your identity details with the ATO via the Proof of Record Ownership page. The Proof of Record Ownership page will require you first to agree with the terms and conditions of use, so please click the checkbox below saying that you agree. Please then click Next. The second step will require you to check that your identity details are correct as given by the ATO. Here you will need to check that your full name and date of birth are correct. Once happy, please click Next. The third and final step of the Proof of Record Ownership will require you to confirm your identity by providing the details of 2 personal documents of your choice out of this list of 6. In this instance, we have decided to provide our bank account details and our notice of assessment details. Once you have entered the details of the 2 documents of your choice, please click the box below where you confirm that you agree with verifying and linking your record. Please click Submit. Your ATO record has now successfully been verified. Please click Continue. We have now arrived at the Director ID page. Please scroll down and please acknowledge that you are an eligible officer or that you will become an eligible officer within 12 months of applying by clicking the box below. Please click the box below that box where you acknowledge that you have met the requirements of the Corporations Act 2001. Please click Next. On this page, you will enter all of your personal details. Please confirm that your full name and date of birth are correct once again. These details will have been pre-filled from your myGovID. Please enter your place of birth, your residential address, your contact details including your mobile number, a business phone if applicable, and your email address. Please click Next once you have entered all of these details. Please confirm and review that all of your details here are correct, and scroll down and make your declaration that the information given on this form is both true and correct by clicking the checkbox below and then clicking Submit. You have now been provided with a unique 15-digit Director ID number. Thank you for watching our tutorial. We hope it has been helpful. If you require any assistance, please contact O'Brien Accountants and Advisors on 03 885 03333. Thank you.